Hi, friends. This is Adam. Thank you for listening. All you'll need is to find yourself in a quiet and private space. Either seated or lying down is fine, provided you can allow yourself an aligned spine so that you can breathe deeply. When you hear the chime, this will signal the beginning of our guided practice together. When you hear the second chime, that chime will signal the end of our practice together. Enjoy. Our first step in our practice is taking a simple an inventory of what's happening in the inner and near outer spaces of the body. Perhaps noticing, without judgment, any sensations of tension, noticing without judgment any sensation of discord, noticing without judgment any sensations of openness or ease. Next, I'm inviting you to move your attention to the inner landscapes of the mind. Taking some time perhaps to notice what the texture and quality of your thought is right now. Again, we're taking these inventories with as little judgment as possible. This is just a simple act of noticing what the current state of affairs is. Next, we'll move our attention to the surface on which we are sitting or lying, noticing that sensation of grounding, that sensation of rooting or firmity beneath our bodies and perhaps beneath our feet. We'll allow this sensation of grounding to serve as the foundation for building breath. The breath will happen, yes, through the belly, but also imagine the side ribs expanding. Also imagine the space between your shoulder blades expanding and decompressing the spine with that deep in-breath. And on the out-breath, imagine the body relaxing into ease just a little bit more. Perhaps consider breathing into the spaces of the body where you noticed some tension, where you noticed some restriction or discord. To help channel the breath, inviting you now to imagine tracing the breath in the shape of a circle, or imagine tracing the breath in the shape of a figure eight. This unbroken line between the in-breath and the out-breath. Perhaps with each successive breath cycle, the bardo, the space in between the in-breath and the out-breath, grows shorter and more seamless until the breath itself becomes this completely unbroken line of attention and awareness. At some point, the mind will drift into involuntary thought. This is unavoidable in our practice and also need not be judged. If you wish to move away from thought patterns that are undesirable, just simply return to that sensation of expansiveness on the in-breath, that sensation of easing and relaxation on the out-breath. You can also return to the option of tracing the breath in that shape of a circle, or again, in the shape of a figure eight. This will return you to that baseline breath awareness we are working to cultivate. Allow yourself somewhere between 5 and 10 more deep, steady breaths at the pace of your own breath. Return your attention now from thought or from breath awareness back into that sensation of connection to the floor or the seat, a surface on which you are sitting or lying. From this sensation of groundedness, we will move our attention to the outer edges of the body. bringing in some movement to the fingers and toes. Perhaps bringing in some movement to the wrists and ankles by circling the hands and the feet. Perhaps blinking the eyes open if they were closed. And to close out the practice, bringing the body into a nice big yawn and stretch, just to bring back some movement globally, bring some awareness to the body, and bring you back gently into the room as we conclude our guided meditation practice together. Many thanks for joining me.